Okay, so now we only have one major formula left, or actually the one that's going to tell us our overall profit. So we're going to go right here in cell F7, and we're going to enter in a formula that is going to add up all of the individual profits for each of our items to give us one number that's going to be our overall profit that we made from the Panther Parlor from selling these items. So you should know by now you're going to go ahead and hit your equal sign because that's what your formula is going to start with. Now, there's multiple ways you could do this. You could do the whole click on this and hit the plus sign, and then click on this and hit the plus sign. That's definitely doable. I feel like that's a little bit more work though. So what I want you to do instead of doing that is you are going to hit your equal sign. As I said, you're going to type in the word sum because that's the term we use for addition. And then you're going to start with, after you wrote sum, you're going to hit your shift and your 9 key. That's going to give you a parentheses. And now we can just click and drag. So I am going to click on cell F2 and I'm going to drag straight down. I'm still holding my trackpad down, and then I'm going to let go. You should only be selecting cells F2 through F6. Then you're going to end with that closing parenthesis. So I'm going to hit shift and then the 0 key. That's your closing parenthesis. And then you're going to hit equal. So boom, there is yours should be different because you have different items and different costs or prices. So there is my total amount that I would have profited. That's the profit that I would have made had I sold all these items in the Panther Parlor. Profit is the amount that actually you made. Okay, one more thing I do want to talk about really quickly. As I said before, we kind of use the cell addresses as variables because a lot of times things change. And the reason why we didn't use the actual numbers, for example, for this one, instead of just saying, oh, the profit would be 10 times 30, again, sometimes things change. So let's say, for example, you got your markers and there were 10 in the box, but for some reason, 3 of them aren't working. Maybe the caps fell off. I don't know. They got damaged when they were delivered. Who knows? So now, instead of being able to sell 10 of them, you're only able to sell 7. So here's what happens. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put the 7 in there. And anywhere where the variable or cell address, which is C5, anywhere where that appears in a formula, it's going to automatically update the calculations. So in this case, when I change this to a 7, it should change the total profit that we made from selling only 7 markers as opposed to 10. And then it should also change the overall profit that we made from all of our items. So take a look. When I hit enter, watch those 2 numbers change. There we go. So now instead of making $3, we're only going to make $2.10. And then as opposed to making the $47, now we're only going to make $46.10. So I want you really quickly just to kind of do that just for practice. Pick one of your quantities and just like subtract 5 from it. And then so for example, if you picked your 70 or what one, I know you might not have 70 on yours, but delete that, put 65 in there, and then make sure that your formulas update properly. This one should go down and your total profit should go down as well. Also, please make sure that you're saving as you go. I do not trust that this saves automatically. So every once in a while, you should be hitting Control S, which is your keyboard shortcut to save, or you can come up here and click on your little save icon.